So we left Virginia and we immediately split up.
Different routes, same goals, and a lot of chaos.
Getting pulled over, broken trees, and windstorms. Oh my. If you're new here,
We're Jay and Ashley, and this is
Lost in Adventure.
We chose full-time RV life with a lot to learn and no backup plan.
somewhere along the way, we slow down to talk about what this lifestyle has really started to teach us.
So yeah, welcome to Real RV Life. So we left Virginia and we decided to take different routes.
I was gonna say something else.
Okay.
So we decided, so we left Virginia to start our arduous journey out here to Texas and decided to take different routes.
And why did we do that?
I don't know, babe, you tell me.
So the travel trailer was in South Dakota, the one that you see right here. And then Ashley decided to go straight to Texas. And
Where in Texas, you might ask? Because Texas is, after all, a big place.
It is.
I decided to head straight to his dad's house, which was our meeting point, which is in Utopia, Texas. Beautiful, beautiful place. Not a large place. Where did you go?
I went to Custer, South Dakota to Broken Arrow Horse Camp. That's where my mom and stepdad's travel trailer was at. And what's funny is when we left, I was like, make sure you get pictures of the road and stuff. And we both got video traveling across the HRBT. So when we left, we didn't know if it was stressful or exciting or a little bit of both. If you were leaving, you were in our position, what would you think? Leave it in the comments below. So once we got to our first hotel, that's when things were really like, all right, this is really happening. And I know we had a whole bunch of this is happening moments, but we're not in Virginia anymore. We're on the road. Even though we're separate, we still both kind of have that moment of now our journey's really starting.
The biggest thing that I have had a problem with is not knowing the day of the week. Like, who cares, you know? I care. I care. You know, I might not have anything to do. I might not have a schedule. We might not have a plan. We're going to be wherever we want. And that part of it, I love. That, having that freedom is incredible. But I need to know when Tuesday is.
How was it traveling with Hooligan?
Hooligan is probably the best travel partner you could ask for. You know, he rides great in the car. Sometimes he'll go back and forth between the back seat and the front seat. We make sure to keep a bed for him. He does great in hotels. He makes friends wherever he goes. The best travel the best travel companion anybody could ask for.
On my way to South Dakota, I was driving through Nebraska, which is the last state before you get to South Dakota. I got pulled over. I've been pulled over a couple times in the past. I was going over the speed limit, you know, 10 to 15 over the speed limit. As soon as I passed him, I saw it, I knew it. I went ahead and slowed down, and he flipped around, ran through the median, and put on his lights, and I was like, all right, cool, here we go. One thing I always do is always pull all the way over, not just on the shoulder, but even on the grass. And when he had left, he had mentioned that he really appreciated that. The cop was really nice. He ended up not giving me a ticket. He gave me a warning, but it was interesting to explain to him, like, why do you have Florida plates? Why do you have an Arizona driver's license? Why are you in Nebraska? Like, what are you doing? Why is your truck full of stuff? So I had to kind of explain to him a little bit, and I would be like, here, follow our YouTube page. But
By the way, subscribe and follow. You know?
Yeah, but I didn't. But he was really cool. He's like, you know, you're not the only one famous. He actually got a picture with the Grinch on a motorcycle that he pulled over, which I thought was pretty funny. After that, I ended up getting to South Dakota, and our door just opened.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Earl's with us.
Earl is with us.
All right.
All right. So once I got to South Dakota, we had a lot that I had to get done. So I had to get a mailbox in South Dakota, in Box Elder, South Dakota, which is right outside Rapid City. There's a place called America's Mailbox. And if you're new to full-time RVing, or you have looked into it, but your question is, how do we get mail? America's Mailbox is a personal mailbox, a PMB. And basically you go there, you change your address to there, and everything will get sent to there, and then they will scan it and either shred it, throw it away, or they'll mail it to you. One thing about a PMB is banks don't really like personal mailboxes. They don't like sending stuff there.
USAA, I tried everything possible to change my address with USAA to the PMB. So what I ended up having to do is use his parents' horse camp up in South Dakota, and I just used that address as my new address with the bank.
While I was getting my driver's license, you know, all those title issues that I had.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen our past video on us buying the truck and all the complications, go ahead and watch episode 3. So evidently in South Dakota, you have to have the physical title, and then I can mail that to South Dakota, so then I can register in South Dakota. The whole goal is to get everything out of South Dakota and that to be our legal domicile. Dan said there's going to be some pretty bad storms that night.
Who's Dan?
My stepdad, Dan.
Okay.
Little did I know the power cut out at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up not knowing what was going on, and I could hear the wind howling. So we got bundled up and we went to go look around outside, and I'll show you some of the pictures. There were a lot of trees down, and not just small trees. There were some big trees that were down. One of the barns from the neighbors actually blew onto barn 1, which uprooted the whole thing, which was crazy. Luckily, the horses weren't in there. And then there were trees all across the campground that were kind of broken down. One fell into the round pen. Come to find out, we had 95-mile-an-hour winds that night, which was crazy. It also blew off part of the roof from the general store. The roof. And here's a video of Dan fixing the roof. Then we loaded up all the stuff out of the backseat of the truck into the travel trailer, loaded up his dirt bike in there, which is the most important thing to him, of course. When we went outside, Dan said, "Welcome to the tundra." Like, you don't want to stay here? I was like, absolutely not. Gross. I'll come up here in the summer all day long, but during the winter, no sir. We don't do cold.
No.
That's why we're doing RV life.
So while he was making his trek up to South Dakota, I was, like I said, on my way down to Utopia. So the first night we stopped in Knoxville, pretty uneventful stop, got on the road nice and early, made our way down to Hot Springs, Arkansas, stayed there for the second night, stayed at a gorgeous hotel. It was just done really cool. The whole interior of the hotel was awesome looking. I got some really cool pictures of Hooligan. I thought they were awesome.
Yeah.
My little artistic moment. Then after that, got on the road. I think the drive from Hot Springs down to Utopia was 9 hours. So that was the longest stretch of the drive. By the end of it, he was pretty over it. I was pretty over it. I don't think we got into Utopia until about 5:30. I walk in the door and there's like dinner already prepared. I was like, this is amazing. I stayed there for 4 or 5 days, I think. They took me to Mac and Ernie's, had the best burger of my life. That place is incredible. I think it's in Bandera, maybe.
Tarpley.
Tarpley, okay.
Tarpley.
Just this roadside restaurant. It's been on Guy Fieri show. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So if you guys are ever down there, you have to check it out.
On my first night of travel from South Dakota, we were going to try and make it to Liberal, Kansas. We stopped in Liberal, Kansas, I think at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and we drove up to the hotel, and there were these Christmas lights that were just really, really pretty. And it was almost like a little welcome home type of thing. Welcome home to Hampton Inn for the night. On our second day of travel, we drove through Texas, and Dan had said that we have to stop at the Four Sixes Ranch. If you've ever seen Yellowstone, you know what the Four Sixes Ranch is. It's a massive ranch. I don't know how many acres it is. It has its own runway there, which is nuts. But we stopped at the gift shop. The gift shop was really, really cool. They have a ton of swag there. Shirts, bandanas, hats, anything that you want, they've got
stickers,
there.
Yeah. All of the
Stickers,
usual stuff.
keychains. So I got me and Ashley a couple of shirts for Christmas. I got Hooligan and bandana, little red bandana. You might have seen him have on. If you drive through, look up the Four Sixes Ranch. It's up near Amarillo or somewhere. I really don't even know where it's at. Just look it up if you're driving through the northern part of Texas.
Super helpful.
We should probably look that up.
Yeah.
I'll put right here where it's at. So definitely a good stop to make. And then we drove the rest of the way through, stopped in Fredericksburg to drop off the dirt bike and Dan, and then headed to Utopia to see Ashley. So when we started this journey, we didn't know how things were quite going to go and how we were going to handle things. We knew that we would have surprises. Yeah. As long as you do it with purpose and you talk through those things and you do it with somebody you love, it's going to be tough, and it has been, and it's going to be challenging, and it has been, but that's where you grow. That's, you know, even our time apart on the road for those 4 or 5 days, even though it was tough, we knew we were working towards something that we really wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I wasn't super pumped about driving his old car. I'm not super comfortable in the car, so I did throw a fit about it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't happy. I don't, you know, but it had to get done. We had to get it out here. So, you know, you suck it up. You do what you have to do. And Hooligan and I made it safely. He, thank God, you know, he and Dan made it safely. We were able to all celebrate Christmas and his dad and stepmom's 35th wedding anniversary together, which is really incredible.
Congrats, guys.
It's amazing. It was really just a happy time, and we're really thankful that, you know, doing this has provided time to spend more time with family.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, spending time with each other, spending time with family, time that we've kind of missed out on or lost.
Yeah.
You can't ever make up time, but you can definitely make sure that you do your best to make the time ahead of you work for you.
Absolutely.
A quick thanks to everybody. Our last episode was really crazy. We hit like over 3,000 views, which I was not expecting. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing. It was really a shock. But we've got a lot more coming up. So you gotta subscribe and see and share and see what happens. In our next video, we're gonna go see the Christmas lights in Fredericksburg, Texas. Yay! Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And we went on a hike at Lost Maples State Park. So that's coming up in our next episode. So we'll see you guys then.
All right.
Bye.